Hey, it's Ruben in the shop bringing you a garage sale haul. My name is Ruben. I'm a reseller. I like to share what I find, what I sell. So in this video, I'll show you what I found. I know you guys would really rather I strapped on a camera and went garage selling. I'm just not really comfortable doing that. But yeah, it's just not something I want to do. But I will show you what I got at the garage sales if you want to see. It's been a long time. I did go garage selling last week. Checked it out. It was pretty not too much going on. This week there was plenty going on. Probably because last week was Easter weekend. Anyways, first stop, I found a great batch of vinyl. I think I was the first one there. It was $1 a piece. I ended up getting 36 albums. I'm gonna tack a video of that stuff onto the end of this video. It's about 7.5 minutes, so I don't know if you guys want to go through that long of a record haul. But let me show you what else I got at these garage sales. Let's flip over. Here we go. You never quite know what you'll find at a garage sale. I guess that's the thrill of it. So after finding all that vinyl, I moved on to the next garage sale. It was fairly close to where I lived. It ended up being a teacher's moving sale. The first thing I saw was this caliphone. I don't know if any of you use this in school. I didn't, but I had something similar once. It was from a library, and it sold really well. This isn't as valuable because it's not the same thing, but this piece sells for about $30. Someone has a setup for 120 with the case and headsets. Realistically, I think it's maybe a $60 thing. So, and not too afraid to ship it. Also there, I got this Operation Toy Story 3 edition. I opened it up there, checked. The little plastic pieces were loose, but I counted, they were all there. And the money and the playing cards were still wrapped. So, good to go on that. It's worth like $15, but I know some kids who would enjoy playing it. There was also a bag of books, and I started looking through it, and I saw this book, and I thought maybe I can sell it on Etsy for $10. And the lady was just like, will you take that whole bag for, because they're all piled in a bag with a bunch of other books, will you take that whole bag for $1? And I was like, I guess. So we put them in a box, and these are the titles I'm going to be able to sell. I went through the rest of the stuff. I'll donate. A couple of the books were pretty damaged, so I'm just going to toss them. But I'm okay. You're okay. That's about 10. I'm going to try to get $10 for it. This was a good one. The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. Probably get $20 for this. It has good interior. And it's popular. This was cool. U.S. Physical Fitness Program with JFK on it. He has like an opening letter. 60s. That's a cool thing. $15 maybe. Death Valley National Monument. And the way I look these up is pretty simple. I go on to eBay. I press the the microphone, and just say Death Valley National Monument story and pictures, and something comes up. So this next one, modern ballroom dancing, Lillian Ray, that comes up, and it was pretty clear that there's not a lot of the originals that are up for sale, so it'd be worth selling. One sold recently with its dust jacket for $9. I still think I get $10 for it. I don't know if I said on this one I'm going to sell on Etsy. I think I get 10 from 70s. I find that national park stuff sells really well on Etsy. So, word to the wise. Volumes 1 and 2 of Joy of Sex. That's about $15 worth of book there. And then The Thrill of the Chase, a memoir by Forrest Fenn. This is that guy who hid that gold in this somewhere in the Sierras. So if you look this up, people ask some big money for it. And I think that's because there was supposed clues in this memoir as to where that gold was hidden. But someone recently found the gold, so the price has dropped on this book dramatically. I think you used to be able to sell it for like $60. Now it's, I think I can get 15. And I think someone would buy it and not know that someone's already gotten the gold, or they don't believe that someone's gotten the gold. So who knows? But we'll still sell it. So that ended up being like $80 worth of books for $1. So pretty crazy. Let's see. There was a garage sale with this old dude. Bought some clothes. I'll show you in a second. He was pretty funny. He was just smoking the whole time. This was priced at 75 cents. It's not very valuable, but I opened it up and I can see the little cars and the cards, and it looked cool. So I bought it for 75 cents. Paid $2 for this at a random garage sale. I think I picked up a sweater there as well. What I do with these is I take them apart, or I sell just the parts off of it. So I think I didn't expect this to be as dirty as it was, but I think this cap will sell. I know this bottom thing will sell. It's all about whether or not this is a popular model and people are still using it. So I'll comp it out. Worst case scenario, I donate it, and it's a $2 loss. Here's a $2 loss. I got this little wind-up thing. It should play music. I got it because it's made in Germany, Western Zone, so it's vintage at least. But I didn't wind it up at the sale, and everything was priced pretty expensive at the sale. And when I asked how much this was, she was like, "Oh, how about $2?" And I was surprised. So I was like, "Okay, yeah." But rookie mistake. I should have twisted it and seen if it worked. I don't think it has any value as it is, so maybe just donate it. I got these 3 pieces and another sweatshirt at this one sale. They had a lot of cool little knick-knack stuff. These were the ones I picked out. The other stuff was priced like $5-10, which could have been worth it, but I didn't feel like just chancing it. These pieces were $1.50 and $1. So I think this is Tonala pottery, but I like the bottom. It had the original sticker from where it was bought out here in Albuquerque. This one I thought just had a cool look to it. That kind of like through the window scene. Turn around. Coleman. Look this up. It's Kalik Coleman. People price these at $30. No one sells them, so it's not worth money yet, but it was worth $1. And this, I didn't have a second quarter in my pocket, and I only had 20s left, so I went back to my car and didn't have a quarter, but I had 5 dimes. So I returned to the sale and handed the lady 50 cents in dimes, and she was kind of surprised by that. But it's a really nice piece. Gemma down here. I found another one that has a sticker on the back saying it's from some shop in Hawaii. But at the end of the day, it just has a really good look. That's a $20-25 thing. This is like a $10 thing. And I'm going to try to get 20. I went to this one garage sale. It was pretty interesting. This older dude said his friend had passed away like a year ago, and he ended up with the estate. And so he's just been having garage sales, and he's kind of looking for someone to do a consignment thing with him on eBay. I am not going to do that because he wants to go 60-40, and it's just not worth the effort. Because after 40%, I'm sure he's not even considering about fees, and that's going to be tacked onto my end of the year numbers, so I'm going to pay taxes on it. So definitely not going to do it. He did show me this back room full of, well, there was a bunch of frames just lining the wall. I couldn't see what was in the frames, so there could be something there. He's supposed to call me this week about a bunch of CDs he has, so hopefully that goes through, and I'll keep you guys updated as to what happens. But this is what I bought from him yesterday. We'll start with the Buddha. I asked him how much. He was like, "Oh, it's really good." And I see Buddhas sell at the local auction well. They sell at the auction and they do well. So this one has good size to it, has a good weight to it. One solid piece of wood. Has a good look. So he said $10. I was like, okay. And he had some ashtrays that were pretty cool, and I was like, so what's going on? How much are the ashtrays? And he's like, well, those ones on that table, maybe $5. And he said, these two are pretty special, and this was one of them. And he said, I would want it like $10 a piece for these. And I was like, okay. And then I asked him about the owl, how much for the owl. And there was 2 owls again. And he's like, I don't know, how about $3 a piece? And I was like, okay. So I'm not much of a negotiator. I just like to give people what they ask for things, usually. So what we came to was I paid $10 for this, what he was asking, $10 for the Buddha, what he was asking, and then $3 for the Tonala owl. And I saw these behind him next to some comic books. The comic books were pretty modern, and I don't know anything about comic books, or not enough. But I have bought and sold tarot cards before, so I thought that's what these were. I think they are. This one really only worth $10-12. It all comes down to the pictures, and the pictures on here aren't very good. And then this one, Phoenix cards. It's nice that this is sealed. You'll see prices all over the place, but realistically, I'm going to get $20 for that. So $10 into 30, not the best, but still making money. Buddha, gosh, I'll have to do more research, but I'm going to get at least $50 for him, right? He's cool. He's carved. He's happy. Tonala owl, no signature and no made in Mexico mark, even though I'm fairly certain it was. It'd be nice if it was a Jorge Whitmont. We're always looking for Jorge. It's not, but it's good size, good look. I think that's $40. And then this ashtray, I mean, me and him talked about ashtrays for a little bit. I told him, like, I said, what I look for is cigar ashtrays. And because I think less people smoke cigarettes, but people are still smoking cigars, and they want the ashtray. This one is just fabulous. He knew it was good. I knew it was good. It's like a iridescent cranberry glass. I know to make cranberry glass, it's glass and gold. So I'm guessing that's what this is. No signature. I wish there was. But I'm going to put a crazy price on it. So I'll probably ask like $250 for it. And when it sells, I'll let you guys know about it. I always forget that there's like my best ROI at all these garage sales ends up being me buying clothing, which isn't the most exciting thing, but it is pretty exciting at the end of the day because when that money comes in. So this was at the last garage sale I went to. It was hanging on the fence. It was marked at $5. The lady said that her husband's a truck driver and he's always bringing home stuff. And he's like, yeah, my daughter wore it for like a season and no one's going to wear it again. I was like, oh, cool. And you always want to check these out. This is a nice newer one. But there's like Patagonia has a government contract. Lots of companies have government contracts. So this particular one is like Terrell or something. Terrell Industries. Put it up here. And really not a top brand. But what's nice about this one is the specific type of camo. It's the woodland camo. And people like this for hunting. So realistically, I think I can get $50 for it. So 5 into 50, that's a good go. Let's check out the rest of the clothes I got. This is, you'll see these jackets. They're made by DuPont, Tyvek. They're usually promotional jackets. I think they're given away where it might be a little bit stormy, I assume. They're usually not worth that much. There's the one you'll see most often is the camel cigarette one. It's yellow and it has 2 camels on the back smoking a cigarette, dressed like gangsters. This one is Ocean Spray. I thought this was funny. This All Sport. I guess they were trying to make a play at that Gatorade market, but didn't work out. Maybe worth $20, but I paid 50 cents for it. Saxony sweater. That's leather on the front, and it has like a wavy 3D knit, almost like a Coogie on the back. So I thought it was pretty cool. It was $1, just sitting there on the rack. All clothing's $1. And yeah, I'll get 50, 60, 70 bucks for it. So might have to wait a while since we're going into summer. Got just this USA. Tag was taken out, but I know it's a JCPenney sweatshirt made in 92, I believe, but not made in the USA. 92 through 96, I think. But this was on the rack. I asked, how much is this sweatshirt? Because it was kind of like a kid's garage sale. She said 50 cents, so I gave her $1, and we got the Olympics coming up, so I'll get 20 bucks for it over time. Next is Cowboys, vintage Hanes, made in USA. Cowboys are awful team, but still people buy stuff. Hopefully sell that as the season comes up. And yeah, another 20 bucks. I paid $1, maybe $2, not sure. Here's the rest of the 50-cent clothing. This was from that old guy who sold me the board game, the official Driver Ed board game. First thing here, pair of Levi's. They're women's. They're made in the USA. I asked them, like, since it said all clothes was 50 cents, I was like, oh, well, how much do you want for the jeans? Because I figured they will want more for the jeans. And the lady, I think it was his daughter, was like, no, just 50 cents a piece. And I'm like, all right. So these for 50 cents, I'm going to turn that into 30 bucks. This is cool. The old man, this was his sweater, and he was like, you got a good deal on this sweater. I'm like, it's a cool sweater. I thought it was a Q, but it turned out to be this mustachioed fella. Interwoven, John Newcomb, made in USA. It's a large, which is a good size. It's pretty clean. Again, 50 cents. What is that worth? 25, 30, 40 bucks? We'll see. This I thought was hilarious. I saw this rolled up on the ground. It is stained on the top. It's stained everywhere, actually. There's stained on the bottom. I saw this label. Do you guys recognize what label this is? Throw your answer in the comments. It is the 90s Fruit of the Loom label. I'll show you a picture. So, I knew it was old. It was a single stitch. And look at that. Turtles. It's not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's not TMNT Turtles. It's just turtles eating pizza. All of them are pink turtles. So, cool vintage bootleg. I might try to clean this as best as possible. Maybe tie-dye it and maybe wear it myself. So, there you go. And finally, this pair of Anchor Blue. These are women's jeans. 5'6" wide leg. So, they're like the classic grunge jeans, but female version. So that's super cool. Is missing that button, but that button can be replaced. Again, 50 cents. Hopefully 20 bucks. That's what I found at those garage sales. It was really nice getting back out there. I found that I don't really need to go to the garage sales to get inventory, but it's still fun. It is the place to get good deals. So hopefully some more good finds coming up this spring and summer. Until then, my name is Ruben. I'm having a good day. Hoping you're having a good day. Let's talk again soon. Nothing like a few boxes of records at $1 a piece. The first garage sale I went to today had some really cool albums. So let me show you what I got. Barefoot Jerry watching TV. This is like almost a country jam band, as you can see. So that was cool. Automatic Man. This is going to be like a funk disco almost. Automatic Man Visitors. This is their second album. And all these albums are like, well, there were two that weren't in good condition. I pulled them out. But everything else is pretty minty, which is pretty awesome. It looks like they were probably cleaned. So next is music inspired by Lord of the Rings. I'm pretty sure this is organ music. I have this, I believe, but this one's in much better condition than the one I have. Billy Cobham, Total Eclipse. It's like a jazz rock. This is really cool. I have a couple Blues Image albums, but I've never seen this one. Red, White, and Blues Image. Here's Mountain. I think this is their third album. I have their first album. Here's their second one, Twin Peaks. Ronnie Montrose. I believe that guy's like a guitar player. Late 70s, early 80s. Rush. This one's in really nice condition. I've never even seen this album. Bloomfield, Hammond, and Dr. John. That's a German pressing. So it's an import as well. Pretty cool. Pete Carr. Not a word on it. Another guitar player. Blows Against the Empire. I've seen this album a lot. This one is another German import. I got it because it was an import and it's in really nice condition. Michael Quattro in collaboration with the Gods. I don't know what this is, but I had to get it. Supertramp. Again, just really nice condition. I'm going to listen to it. I've never listened to Supertramp, so do you guys like Supertramp? Thumbs up, thumbs down. John Barleycorn Must Die. This is Traffic. I believe it's their second album after Mr. Fantasy. Later pressing, but this is a really thick vinyl. So I thought that was pretty cool. Got that. Again, these were $1 a piece. It all went downhill. We're back. Next is Anthology of British Blues, so a compilation album. What's cool about this one, it's on Immediate, which is kind of a rare label. So that's cool. Star Collection, Vanilla Fudge. This would have been a Europe-only album. This is a German pressing, so if you wanted to buy it now, the only place to get it is from a seller in Europe. So, cool. Coriel, I think his name is, and Muzon. I know Coriel's a guitar player. There's that promo sticker on the bottom. It's not a white label promo, but still cool. Never seen it before. Looks like Humpty Dumpty there. This is Qua Jorma something. What's interesting about this one is you see that Best Buy series? That's because it's like a reissue, and the original one had a different cover, much more like colorful, artsy cover. This one's this guy's face. We have Pure Food and Drug Act, Choice Cuts, another kind of jam band. Harvey Mandel, The Snake. That's a really cool album. Tim Buckley. This was really cool. So when I got there, I was going through the first box and had stacked my stuff I was going to get onto the second box. And this older dude came up. He started looking through the third box. He picked some stuff up and then put it back down. And as I was going through the final box, he came up to me and he's like, "Hey, it looks like you know what you're doing. Like, what should I be looking for?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know. I'm a collector, so I've gone through thousands and thousands of albums. So when I see stuff that I've never seen before, I'm going to get it. And when I see something like this, and I pulled this one out, Tim Buckley, I'm going to get it because I'm a Tim Buckley fan." So didn't really answer his question, and he was like, "Oh, okay." But I mean, if you want to get good at finding stuff, you have to do a lot of looking. I think that's the moral of the story. So this was cool. Tim Buckley, Sophronia. This is a Dutch, I think it's Dutch, import, which is awesome. It's minty mint. This was so cool. Peter Gabriel Plays Live. This is a double album. Yeah, that's a prize. This is Cool Spirit, 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus. This is a 80s reissue, and that's fine with me. It's in really nice condition. Mahavishnu Orchestra. I think I might have this already. Not sure. A lot of their covers look alike. It's kind of psychedelic. Diva Dip, Oneness. This is actually a Carlos Santana album. The stuff that Carlos Santana was doing in the mid to late 70s was really awesome and wild. So he even did an album with the Mahavishnu Orchestra. I can't remember who the head of that is. John something. There's that. Genesis, Trick of the Tail. This is post Peter Gabriel. I'm not sure why I got it, but I did. It ended up in my stack. Gamma 3 and Gamma 2. I don't even know what these are, but they looked interesting. Another Genesis album. Focus, Ship of Memories. This is on Sire. I don't know what this is, but it looks like it might be good. We'll try it out for $1. These albums weren't in the sleeves. I put them in sleeves after the fact. And then Grace Slick. And Yes, Relayer. I don't have this Yes album, so it might complete my Yes collection. Not sure. So that's what I found at that first garage sale. Went to some other garage sales, found some cool stuff. Like this ashtray. That's amazing. Talk about that stuff another time.